All right, so this is kind of a video for. I kind of want to get your take on this. So I've got this PT100, and I've been using it. I've had two of them, and there's things about them that are cool. There's things about them that I don't particularly care for. But the thing is, so the new song, it's called Unknown, with the guitar. I was trying to use the PT kind of with the Mark V, and it was definitely like a gnarly, like I wanted it to be kind of high gain, kind of modded Marshall Soldano kind of, not squawky, but like that kind of thing, kind of like a Zakk Wylde, Randy Rhoads thing. So I got the sound that was kind of in my head, and I ended up going on the PT into channel 3 with the boost on in channel 3 on the amp, and then I also had an 808, and then I was using my black Les Paul, which has moderately hotter pickups. It's got a WB Fire in the bridge, which is 14K output or whatever. And I don't think that this is really the thing for this amp. Just personally, it feels like it collapses and it just can't handle it. So I tracked, a scratch track with it, and then with the Mark V, and it was bugging me. And then I ended up going, let me just try my 77 stock JMP, cranked it, dime the gain, which I don't normally do, and hit a little bit harder on the 808. And it was like, oh yeah, that's the sound. So I was like, you know what, forget it. This isn't for me. But so I pulled it, and I'm like, I'm just going to dump this. It's just not for me. But then I thought about, because I've been so Pete Thorne uses a lot with his Suhr Pete Thorne. He's into low output PAF pickups. He also plays like kind of a certain way. Like he's just got a very sharp edge to it. Like I'm definitely more of like a grinder kind of player, and the Les Paul that I play has heavier pickups than I think the Thornbuckers are probably more PAF-y. Mine are like overwound. So I pulled it off the rack. I'm like, I'm done with this, and because it just sounded murky, and then I'm like, but like his demos sound almost anything but murky. They're bright, and but then I'm thinking, oh yeah, that's right. That's his guitar is like that, right? And the way he plays, and that's his like his sound sensibility, or how he hears those types of sounds, so he's going to go for that. Where me, I'm maybe thinking a little bit more, a little darker. But so I'm going to play you. This is the guitar, the PT100 track from the song with my black Les Paul with the boost on, because I was trying to get it to grimy the way I don't want it to be plexi. Like that's the thing. I don't, I wanted it to sound like modded 800 or like a Soldano or so. I didn't want it to sound too plexi. So I added the boost, put the higher gain pickups on it, had the 808, and here it is. Yeah, so that to me is not the sound. It's got that sizzly plexi thing that I don't usually care for in that kind of style. Yeah, I think this is down the line. Yeah, there's kind of a, it's just not for me. So last night I thought, let me try. So here's channel 1, the clean channel, with my telly, and I think it's just got a touch of EQ pedal and a touch of the woodshed. That's it. No effects, no gain. This is just straight in. But this is with my telly. Yeah, it's nice. Now, here's channel 2 with the telly, but remember, this is now not with the boost in. The boost adds a lot of like, I don't know. So here's without the boost in. Same thing, just a touch of EQ, touch of woodshed. Channel 2 with the a little bright. I would back that off, but yeah, same thing. Channel 2. Channel 3. Well, wait, let me go through these other pickup positions. That's nice. That's channel 2 with the telly. Yeah, that's got a cool thing. Here's channel 3 with the telly. Position 2. So I like that. And that sound, not that heavy. It was the clean channel with a little bit of the Greer light speed. That's all over the country record Rhythms that I finished like 2 months ago. Those songs are on the radio right now. I don't know how you listen to. I don't listen to the radio, but they're on the radio right now. The single right now is "Perfect Day" by Eden Dahlia, but it's Delia, like Delia. But that's the rhythm, man, and it's really nice. But here's where it gets weird. Here's channel 2 with my Les Paul, not with the boost in, no boost in, and no 808, just straight. That's what bothers me. It's just not, like, it's not pure enough. Here's channel 3 with the Les Paul. Yeah, that doesn't work for me. I mean, it could work in certain settings for like a flooded guitar, but there's just not enough. It's not enough attack, and it's just too murky. Channel 3 with the Les Paul. It's all right. It's not great though. But back to the channel 3 with the telly. That to me is more feasible. So this amp could really be cool. It is cool, but just don't try to use it. You know, I mean, obviously, if I'm doing some chicken picking part, I'm not going to go channel 3 of the rectifier, right? But I think what I was trying to do is turn this thing into, you know, like a Zakk Wylde JCM 800, and it's not. It's just not. So I wanted to hear your thoughts on it. But again, here's the guitar part from the song. This is my Les Paul with the 808 in channel 3 with the P. Thorn PT100 and the boost in on the amp. Yeah, that's not what I'm looking for. I wonder if I've got if I can easily pull this in. Where am I? Oh, Guitar 5. I think that's the one. It's linked to source media. Is it? Yeah, here's a 77. So I'll pull this. Well, I'll just leave it right here. We'll just So here's the same thing with the 77. I did a little EQing because I recorded it a hair bright. But here's my 77 just cranked up with the gain dimed and a little bit more gain on the 808. And then here's the sound of that same thing, that same song. Yeah, I already hear that. That's awesome. Unforgiving too, which I like, right? You gotta bring it. And here's the PT100. Yeah, that's just it's just messy. So my 77, it's like Waka Whoa Crazy Nights. You are the hero tonight. It's got that thing that's what I heard. So there it is. Yeah, there it is. Just the right tool for the job, and don't try to make one tool do everything is the key, right? Yeah. PT100. PT100. Yeah, too much. And 77. Use Vervator would like that. That's definitely like that sound. Man, that and the Mark V together are just like, wow. They just are killer in that song. Wait till that's done. You guys are going to dig it. So, 77. PT. Yeah, I don't like that. Hey, man, somebody else may like that. But here's again the PT with the Telly, channel 1. That I like. Channel 2 with the Telly. That I like. Channel 3 with the Telly. That I like. Here's channel 2 with the Les Paul. That I don't care for. Can you hear it? It's like, it's got this low inflatory thing. And channel 3 with the Les Paul. I like 3 better than 2. 2 is definitely too fat for me. I mean, that it can be sculpted, but there's just... Yeah, it's just weird. Telly? Yeah, so, I'm thinking just keep it. Because, like, I don't want to buy some old 800 off of Reverb. And there's just nothing else, man. I was at Guitar Center playing that Soldano SLO, and it's a really nice amp, I think. But I just don't know that it's my thing, and I feel like I would go crazy after a while and be like, oh my God, I can't listen to this anymore. So there you have it. What do you think?